It's for all the wonderful people who have joined in today to learn the basics. So, as we all know, the title of today's session it's workshop for basics of online teaching with Zoom. So now we'll begin. So good morning everyone. That's Mahesh Jain from the Samaya School. I'm the faculty head of science and grade lead also. But more importantly, I'm a teacher by profession. That's very important. I'm using the platform which is provided by the online platform called as mytrustedtutor.com. Mr. Rishav is with us. He's the co-founder of mytrustedtutor.com, and it's a platform where the teachers and students can connect. And if you are looking for online teaching and if you're looking for students, this is a platform where you can connect. So that's about what we are here for. That's today's day. Okay, so I'll move ahead now. So you could see on screen. Okay, just one thing, guys, because we are on the session online, it may happen that my Wi-Fi ditch me and I'm just gone out. So in that case, please be with me. I'll be switching on my mobile and maybe I'll take 2 minutes to be back here. And guys, it's not what is there on the presentation which is important. It's what you will hear that is important, because there are many stories between the presentation which are important. If you can hear me, just show thumbs up. Yeah. Miss Manisha, you've raised hand. I guess you don't have any doubt. Okay, cool. So guys, that's on screen. If you can see online teaching, it says online teaching 2020. So we were all skeptical about whether it's possible or not. I'll give you my own example from our school that we were told to use online Google Classroom and all, but not all of us were so much interested that one assignment is okay, but we were not using it with rigor. But now, because of the COVID, you can see on the bottom here on the screen, it says who led the digital transformation of education. Is it the UGC? Is it the MHRD? Or is it COVID-19? It's a meme which I picked it up from internet, and that is very rightly it represents that digital transformation is being led by COVID-19. Because of COVID-19, because we all are stuck here, we are here with the digital learning. So I'll be taking you with what basic is the meaning of online teaching. But before we go ahead, Rishabh, can we have poll on screen? Rishabh? Okay guys, no problem. If I don't get the poll on screen as we are on the screen or online. So what I would request all of you to write down in the chat your answers for question number 1 and question number 2. Question number 1 is what's your total teaching experience, and question number 2 is the grade you teach. Which grade? Are you pre-primary teacher? Are you primary teacher? Are you secondary teacher? Are you higher secondary teacher or a college level teacher? So please write down. Uh, okay, don't write 1 B C, because please write which grade, what is your total experience. I'll begin with yeah, about 10 years. Very good. Okay, cool. So this will give me idea about what is the cohort's total strength. So we have people with 0 to 3, 10 years, about 20 years. Wonderful. Primary sections. Okay, cool. Nice. Good to see. Okay, so what I could see here, because the poll couldn't be conducted, so I won't get the overall result. But what I could summarize here is that we have a mixed bunch, and yeah, there are teachers from B.Ed also. So there are intern teachers also, trainee teachers who are just uh, trying to enter into the field of teaching. Wonderful. Good morning, everyone. I hope you learned something from me today. So that was poll. I got fair idea about what is the strength of this group, the cohort which we have right now. For wonderful, we have 99 participants. We had the capacity of 50 seats, but overwhelming response. We have 99 participants. So moving ahead. So guys, whatever be your experience, I'll just take you to the next slide. And before I'll take you to the next slide, Whatever be your experience, I will just share one small video with you people. Just do let me know whether you are able to hear me or not. Wow, I could see Miss Meenu Surang, 19 years of experience. Wonderful. So before we go ahead, guys, as I told you, lot of learning in between. So a small video for all of you before we begin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would request everyone to mute yourself, please. Okay, so we begin with this video. It's a video which I have picked it from a site called as Stories for Trainers.
आओ, क्राइम मास्टर गोगो नाम है मेरा। आया हूँ, कुछ तो लेकर जाता हूँ, खाली कभी नहीं जाता।
I guess it's audible.
आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? आओ, आए हैं तो कुछ तो लेकर जाओ। आओ, लॉलीपॉप, टाइम वेस्ट आय को कर रहे हो यार। पैसा वेस्ट मत करो यार। आओ, आया हूँ तो कुछ तो लेके जाऊंगा।
So guys, as just one question: were the audios like were you able to hear the video? Yes, okay, cool. So guys, as I told you about the survey which I did, a small detail which I got from you people, that the age and experience and which subject you have taken. So from all of this, I just wanted to share the video, whatever be your experience. Just if you have come today, learn something. As Crime Master Gogo rightly says that आया हूँ तो कुछ लेकर जाऊंगा. So I would request you that if you are here, please, if you are here for 1 hour, let's learn something new. And if you have something to share, please let me learn from you people, which we'll do towards the end if all of us survive for 1 hour. Right? Yeah, let's begin now. Coming back to the video, guys. Before moving on with this, I actually took a small survey from. I actually did a small, what I could say, small detailing from all the teachers whom I knew. So we'll begin with what is e-learning. E-learning is basically a system where we're using teaching and learning process by using computer or mobile phone. So many people have also said that they are doubtful. They don't have computer right now. Their computers are not working fine. So what to do? So I'll be sharing details about what to do if your computer is not working fine. So what is e-learning? Now many of you have attended many webinars and it says synchronous and asynchronous. Even I was attending and I was like, what it is? Long back in B.Ed we have studied about synchronous and asynchronous. You can see it on screen. Synchronous is right now what's happening, where you are all there and I am also there and we are learning from each other. Where students are there, teacher is there and learning is happening on screen. Asynchronous is where you can give assignment and student can do work as and when they have time and as and when they have the setup available with them. So that's the basic which we should have known. Now coming to the part which is anxiety. If you would have read my agenda of today's session, it was written anxiety and teaching online. So I'm not a doctor who's going to teach you about what is anxiety and how to deal with all this, but a basic idea we should have that what is anxiety. Before we go ahead, if someone can just show thumbs up that am I audible or not. Mr. Divakar Jha, can you just show thumbs up if I am audible? Yeah, thank you. Cool. So I'll be picking randomly people so that I know people are there. Okay, so what is anxiety? A feeling of worry, nervousness or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. So I am right now anxious because just before this session we had a technical issue and still we are able to cope up. But anxiety is there. So a small survey was done in the month of March in US and during the COVID-19 crisis, and they actually found out that what is happening with teachers. So five most mentioned feeling amongst all the teachers were anxious, fearful, worried overwhelmed and sad. Anxiety comes out to be number one. Right? Maximum people said anxious. It's नहीं हो रहा है, करना है. So what to do? Now you'll say ये तो US का data है. Now we also picked up things from our Indian educators. These are some of the thought process which I got from educators around from various groups after my discussion. Guys, when we start doing online teaching or if you have not started, these are the thoughts which are there in our mind that it's exhaustive. We are doing घर पे काम, we are doing घर पे school का काम भी. But maybe घर वाले at home people may not try to realize that it's not that easy to do both work from home and घर का काम. I really appreciate all the females out here. That's really appreciable work. With due respect to all the males also here. Network issue is one of the important things. As I told you, even I'm not sure whether my Wi-Fi will survive or not. Too much screen time, for sure. Too much screen time. Safety is major issue. Now, why safety is major issue? Because you have heard a lot about Zoom. There's a lot of things happening about Zoom around. So, if you are in school, there are CCTV TVs, and you are safe that if something happens, you can show. But here, there is nothing. So you have nothing. Even parents want something to be as helping out for teachers and students and for parents as well. Now, apart from that, this is what if you give some work and students are not able to understand what is that work, that becomes one of the important tasks. And on the right side, you could see. I would request you to just have a quick read. When you will start taking the session, that's what you will feel. After you said everything, students are going to say like what you said, and that's going to be your face. And I guess those who have already done teaching, you could quite relate with what is happening with this. So what to do? Should we stop teaching? Should we not do work? We have to continue. It's not that anxiety is only because of the online teaching. It's anxiety whenever you're going in front of audience, whether it's your students or you're on a stage as a movie star, you're always anxious. Anxiety is going to be there, and little anxiety is always good. As one of my friends said, that anxiety will help you, little anxiety will help you with doing things in a proper manner. So how teachers can still continue doing this? So here some of the important tasks that when you are there, try to establish your presence. Make sure you are there. Be available. Use online resources. Don't just lecture. If I'm just going on saying and I'm not taking any responses, it's not going to work. Anyway, we are on screen and I could just minimize it. I'm already logged in over there and I could just move on to social media. Make your assignment clear. When you are giving assignment, make sure it's very clear and provide ongoing feedback. I would just like to quote one of our teacher from school. For every assignment, a bio teacher, I think Aditi Miss is here with us. She has given for all the assignment, she has given feedback. When you give feedback, students feel that no, whatever you're doing, even online, it's been appreciated. On the right side, I would request you to read. It says, are you really connected with your student? If the answer comes out yes, then you are doing best. If no, then we need to do something that we are connected. The physical presence is not there. Online also we have to connect. These are some. Now these are some of the technique. I have asked the question. Some of our teachers said that they want to know how we can promote connection. So these are some of the techniques. Again, tried. Some are tried by me also. Some are tried by other teachers, and I have just picked it from internet. See if this could work for you. But always work. I think that clap, thumbs works well because you started with connecting people. So this was about what is happening around. Now I have picked up a lot of memes. So when you start actually on online, what will happen? I want you to just give 10 seconds time and have a look at the screen. If you have already started teaching online, you will be able to relate it. If you have not started, I guess that's what is going to be your condition, that how you feel, how others feel, what teachers pretend, what society feel, and that's how the online teaching works. So I guess that was the first agenda. One question, am I audible to everyone? Miss Pallavi Joshi, if you could just show thumbs up if I am audible. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's poll number 2. I would request you to write down in the chat the answers. the basic बोलना हो गया. अब let's move on to doing something. Poll which platform you or your organization is using it. How many sessions you have conducted till date. This is just to cross check that we said it's basic of online teaching, but maybe teachers want to refresh, so we may get advantage from them. And which device you're using right now for the session. So please write down your answer in the chat, so I'll get my thoughts about how to go ahead. Wonderful, I could see the answers. Okay, keep on writing guys in the chat. Yet to start, very good. Zoom yet to start on mobile. Zoom not yet. Zoom, very good. 4 session mobile. Google, very good. Skype. Some of us are using Skype also, very good. Google, Zoom, nice. So good. So I guess the target audience which was required for this session is there. Maximum people are saying yet to start and they're using mobile phone. So guys, I'm going to now take you to the technical part of Zoom, where I'm going to tell you what is Zoom, how you can use it on mobile also and on laptop also. Before I begin, I'll just tell you that we began from 24th March, just 2 months back. No big deal, just 2 months back. And when we begin for 1 full week, I used my mobile phone only, because I was not comfortable with laptop because I have to wear earphones. With my mobile phone, I don't have to wear earphones and people can hear me. But then with mobile, functions are less, but it's not that you can't take session. You can take very well effectively sessions also. So yeah, I got the detail that there are so many people. So I think we have the audience which was needed for today's session. So let's begin. What is it? Okay. Okay. Is the screen visible? Can someone reply? If yes, can you just show thumbs up? Okay, cool. So I'm going to take you into detail of what exactly is online teaching. And guys, as I told you in my agenda, the second part was this only, that Zoom is just an app. There's no big deal. There's some of us, when things came up, even for WhatsApp, we were like, how to use WhatsApp. So Zoom is also just an app. We can all understand it. We can all learn it. So let's see what all things are there. So when you actually start, whether on your laptop or on your mobile, this thing comes up. So you have to, so right now when somebody else is organizing a meeting, you have to just join a meeting, link will be provided, or you have a meeting ID and password. But if you want to, now we are all teachers, we want to conduct session. So for that you cannot use Zoom until and unless you sign in. So you have to sign in. And when you sign in, the first question pops out is this. So I would request you to just take maybe 10 seconds to read and see if anywhere your answer is yes. Now you'll say for teachers that answer is yes, because we are going to take maybe more than 100. Maybe for sure we'll be taking session for more than 40 minutes. Breakout room we don't have to worry about right now. It's a basic session. So guys, what I say, as it's written here at the bottom, that if your answer is yes to any of the question, you need pro account. Otherwise the basic will suffice. But I'll just tell you, we are all Indian and we can have our own jugaad. It gives us 40 minutes ka time. Although for 2 months Zoom has kept it free. So if your account is an education account, which is your organization has made it, so my ID goes at somaya.edu. So if it is edu account, I have free unlimited time for 2 months, at least for 2 months. And after that maybe they will start charging, and maybe by that time school will also have their own setup. But let's say if you are a private tutor, because it's a tutoring platform, so what to do? You are not going to buy the setup. So what you could do is, it gives you 40 minutes ka free access. 40 minute free is lifetime. You don't have to pay for initial 40 minutes. It's lifetime, you can take session. So what you could do in that case is, you can have 35 minute ka session, 5 minute break, and you can again start 35 minutes. Or you can ask your student to rejoin with the same link, or you can just have another link. So no problem. So I think with basic we'll be able to do everything. For at least 2 months we'll be able to survive. Right? I think there are many more trying to enter, but I think we have reached our limit. So now let's begin. So I also got detailed that because many are using mobile phones right now, also many are using mobile phones. So that's what is going to happen when we are actually taking session. Students are going to use mobile phone. And even if we are using mobile phone, how to handle this full setup of Zoom. So let's understand, when you are on laptop, this is what it looks like when you sign in, and on mobile, on my right side, you can see that's how it looks like. So I'll be taking you about how in mobile it can work, how in laptop you can work. So when you go on laptop, in the first thing, when you click on new meeting, now usually we don't explore. So guys, this is one of the things which will help you in learning maximum. When you click on new meeting, you have meeting with your own self. You can see these are all my own meeting I have clicked. The moment you click on new meeting, you are having meeting with your own self. You can explore all the options. I'm talking about laptop. I'll take you on mobile also what to do. So the moment you click, you get this and you can explore all the options available. Now what on if you are on mobile? If you are on mobile, your screen looks like this. Here also you have the same sort of options. The moment you click on new meeting, you get this. Start a meeting, you get this part, which is again same like laptop. The only thing is screen is shorter, right? Cool. Now next part, how to join. I guess all of you have joined, so I think all of you know how to join the meeting. Why I wanted to emphasize on new meeting is because please log in. I have heard people have tried with their colleagues, their friends, how to use Zoom. If you are done with that, if you want to use Zoom efficiently, try with your own self. I've done it a lot and that works well. So when you actually click on join, you get this. You have to enter your ID, which is given by the person who is organizing the meeting, and you can move ahead. What if you are on mobile? Same thing. If you are on mobile, click on join. You will get option enter. Then it will ask for password, and you can just go on. Or you have a link. You can just connect directly onto it. That's important part. That's very important part. If you want to schedule a meeting, so what to do? If you want to schedule a meeting, click on schedule, and when it comes, these options are very important. I would request you to just pay attention to this part. The topic is, you have to set your own topic. So whatever topic you are taking in, start time, at what time you are trying to start your meeting, duration. Usually it gives you 40 minutes. If you will click on 40 minutes, it will say free account 40 minutes ही मिलेगा. So you can try it out. For me it shows 40 minutes, but I am taking session for 2 hours, 3 hours also. Then do not click on recurring meeting because it's not recurring. Generate automatically is a good option. Do not go for your personal meeting ID because there are safety concern. If you keep it generate automatically, that becomes better one. Password, it will give you automatic. Video, you can put host and participants off initially, and if the participants or host would like to show their own face, they can do it by themselves. Calendar, if you want to connect it with your calendar so that you get reminder, that's what you could do. There are some advanced options. I would request you to mark on enabling waiting room. What it does is, it will allow you to check who all are trying to join in. So it will be safe enough because you know who are the students who are going to join your meeting, and if you enable it, they will go into a waiting room, and then after your permission only they can enter. Second is enable joining before host, which I would request not to do that. That means that before you join in, students are joining, which is not a good option even for the safety purpose. Mute participants on entry is advisable, but still up to you. Now there is one issue with, and the fourth one is automatically record meeting. If you don't want to record meeting, don't click on it automatically. Now there is one option of enabling waiting room. There is one problem also, because I have conducted session. I'm saying, now let's say, now there are, right now I am one of the co-hosts. I have people who are along with me right now who are admitting people. But if I am the only one who's taking session, it becomes very difficult to admit people in between. So if you feel that only your students are going to join, please enable waiting room, but tell students to join on time. That becomes safe. Just one question, if I could pick someone. Miss Suzanne Pereira, can you just respond? Am I audible? Okay, she's showing on screen. Wonderful. Cool. So we'll move ahead now. What to do, how to schedule meeting if you are on mobile phone. So again, you have the four options. You can just go on to schedule. There is a title written, date will come, whichever date you want. From what time to what time, again it will show you 40 minute ka thing which I told you. Meeting password, you should keep it on the automatic only. Participant video, if you want them to keep it on, otherwise it's okay. Enabling waiting room, these are the options available again in the mobile phone also. So nobody should feel that laptop खराब हो गया है या laptop नहीं है, so we cannot take session. We can go ahead. Very well. Let's move on to the next option. What's next? If you'll see now in the home option, when you've scheduled a meeting, after the meeting is scheduled on the your home screen, you can see all your meetings for the day. So you could see in the laptop how it is visible, and in mobile phone you will see the meeting, and you have to just click on start whenever the time is. Next, now there was option, if you could just see here on top also there were four options: home, chat, meeting and contacts. So chat and contacts we don't have to worry because we are not going to use it for lifelong Zoom. Whatever we have to use it for right now, I'm going to tell you the basics. So if you click on the meeting, so you could see all your meeting of any particular day will appear there. So I've kept dummy meetings here, and you could see they are all appearing here. Whichever meeting you want to start, you can begin for the day. This is on laptop, and on mobile you can see your meetings here. Right? Are we good till now? Miss Masuda, can you just reply? Wonderful, awesome. So now the important part is about settings. So if you'll see from your laptop, on top right corner, the arrow you can see, here you have option of setting, and whereas in mobile you have option of setting here, somewhere here. I have shown with the arrow. Now which all are the settings I will be telling you with mobile also and laptop also. Because it's a mobile device, a small device, so it will have less settings, whereas laptop will have multiple settings. So I will take you to mobile. So when you go on mobile, in your four option, in mobile on the bottom right, you will have option of setting. When you click on this, you will get these options: contact, meeting, chat and about. About is about the Zoom ka software and all the details. Chat, meeting and contacts ka I told you, we'll be talking about what all are the settings. So let's see. When you click on meeting, you get all these settings. So ideally, which all setting you should keep on, which all setting you should not keep on, I have shown you on the screen. Auto connect to audio, ideally you should always mute microphone. That again, if you want your, when you are entering and you want to keep your microphone off, that is preferable. Always turn off your video. If you are on mobile phone and you want to keep your video off, if you have a data issue, yes you can. Always show video preview. That means before you join in, there's a small screen appear that this is how you look. If you are okay with that, just go ahead. Show non-video participants, yes, so that you are able to see people on screen. Name of participants on joining, auto copy, invite link, closed captioning. It means that when you are talking, it's only you are visible, right? So others can see, and just make sure that you are allowing participants to rename themselves. That's again a safety reason, because some of the students are using the same mobile phone which their parents are also using. So if you allow them, they can rename themselves, or just tell them that before joining only they have to rename, and then you are safe enough. So that's about mobile meeting. Next, what are the chat settings? So you could see here the chat settings are shown. Include link preview, yes. If you can see, keep all unread message. This is just to avoid confusion that बहुत सारा chat move on हो रहा है and you are not able to see all this. So just make sure that these settings are there. Disable when in meeting is like you are not allowing people to just buzz you off. So these are some of the settings which you should take care when you are on mobile. Now what about laptop? When you click on laptop, here at this end, setting, these are all the settings available. So what are the general settings? General setting is about how your things will work, what is the skin tone and all those options. You can just have a quick look at it and you can just make yourself comfortable about it. I'll take you to the next screen. So what all are the general options? So when you go to general, it shows that when closed, when the Zoom opens, it should go on full screen or on half screen. What should be the skin tone, and automatically copy link, which means if your internet goes off, you can just join in without putting the link again. This is some general setting. Now when you talk about video, when you click on video in laptop, you get the setting of what all things you want. You can actually mirror the background behind you. You can, I'll be talking about what all things you can do on the background also. Right, so all these things are the setting which you could see here, which you should take care of. Next is about audio setting. Before you join in, you can actually check whether your mic is working or not, whether you are audible or not. Uh, so those settings will help you out in just making sure that your things are fine. Share screen is one of the options where you can actually allow participants also to share screen or not. And all the options are given on screen. On the right side you can check. These are the things ideally which you should keep on. Anytime you feel taking screenshot or pic of it, please feel free to take it. It's not anything which a big deal is. Then the chat, here you will get all the options of whether you want to allow others to chat with others or not. All the details will be given here. There is one more interesting option which is virtual background. So if you don't want others to see what is happening behind you, you can just select virtual background, which are the options available, and you are all sorted, because we are all conscious that no. So you can just choose a virtual background as a setting. What about recording? I told you if you want recording to be done only by you, then click on it and make sure that others are not recording it. And profile basic detail you can edit and yourself have the basic self. Now the other details are statistics which the Zoom take care about what is your memory left, and when you are actually doing work, things will be saved somewhere where it is being saved. Keyboard shortcuts. Now this most of the people have not explored. When you go on Zoom and you click on the setting and keyboard shortcuts, you will understand that there are multiple shortcuts which you don't have to actually worry about. So if I don't have mouse, you can just press on the space bar and you will be able to talk. There are some shortcuts which you will get on the option, in the option of what I could see is keyboard shortcuts. Yes. And the last one is accessibility. So on the right side you can see the chat, whether the chat का size छोटा है बड़ा है, that you can decide in the accessibility option. So these are some of the basic settings of laptop before you begin with the meeting. Okay, before we go ahead, Miss Mala Naik, if you could just respond, am I audible? Yes, like this, either this or on screen. Cool, wonderful. Thank you, Mala Miss. So now what to do if these are all the setup when you actually start the meeting. Now when your video is off, this is how your screen will look like. So here all the arrows shows that this is for audio, this is for video, this is for invite, this is for managing the participants. I will take you through all of them one by one. Let's see what is it. So when you begin, as the meeting is started and you have not started the video, this is what your screen will look like. Then on the left, when you click on this part, you can see there are options available. You can check whether your mic is working during the session or not. When you click on the start video, again you will get the camera option, you get the virtual background, the one which I told you previously, that you can get an option of, now this student, because they start exploring, they actually do it. In this you can actually turn yourself 90 degree, 180 degree, yourself as in your image only. Rest all remains same, but then student take it for fun also. So you can also try it out. There's no harm in trying with the student also. Security will definitely help you. Ideally, you should keep waiting room open, enable, so that whoever is joining, they are coming into waiting room, and if you allow them, then only they'll enter. Chat, whether you want others to chat or not, whether you want others to rename themselves or not, all these options will be there on security. Now if you will see that this option is not visible on your screen right now, yes, it will not be available because it is for the host. So when you will host the meeting, this is what you will see on your screen. Going next is option of share screen, chat. So you could see participants. So you could see participants here. That's again meeting with myself only. In this you will get an option of raising hand. You can raise hand without disturbing the speaker. You can just click on it and speaker will understand that somebody has a doubt. Sometimes it also happens that raising hand and somebody wants to give answer become confusion. So what I do in my class, I told them that if you want to give answer because you know the answer, clap, show the clap sign, and if you want to ask a doubt, raise hand. So then you are sorted with your confusion of what to do. Next option is chat. Now, one of the teacher when I asked the question was asking that students are able to chat, but I don't want them to chat. So what you could do? So you could just make it as nobody can chat with anyone. Everyone can chat with only host. Everyone can chat with everyone. Everyone can chat publicly. There's a deep problem when you allow everyone to chat with everyone is that they start doing their own chatting during the session also, which you won't be able to understand. So it is preferable if you will just keep it as everyone publicly. I would say don't keep it as only host, because then it becomes very dull that nothing is happening, only you are talking and there's no life. So preferable, but depends up to you. Okay, so the next option is again you could see share screen. I'll be talking in detail about what all things are there in the share screen, who all can share, whether you want others to share or not. Next one is record. If you want to record yourself, your session, you can. After that, next is on the laptop, clap and thumbs, which we started, I guess most of you are aware of. Clap for yourself. On the top left, if you'll just see, there's a small eye written over there. In that you will observe the detail of meeting which is happening, the detailed password, what is the meeting id. I guess you can also check right now. And that at the end, what you can do when you want to leave the meeting, it is, if you are the host, it is preferable that you end the meeting for all, because if you just leave, it means meeting is on. So do not leave, end the meeting for all. This is about what we do in laptop. Now what if you are on mobile? Before we go ahead, let's have a quick check whether everyone is there or not. Miss Nalini, can you just respond? Am I audible? Miss Nalini, you can just say thumbs up. No, no saying, thumbs up. Okay, cool, wonderful, awesome. So guys, now for all those who are trying to use mobile phone, if your laptop is not working or you don't have access of laptop right now, what to do? Learning cannot stop. You can begin with your mobile also. As I told you, I've used it for one full week. Okay, if somebody who's on unmute, can you mute yourself, please? Okay. So if you could, all the question I'll take towards the end, guys. So if you just start on the mobile phone, the moment you start, you get this option, call via device audio. So if you are, usually it happens, you join the meeting and you can't hear anything. You can't hear. So then you have to click on this, you get this option, call via device audio, click on it and then you are able to hear. And if you want to unmute yourself, you can, and you can mute also. So next is video, which all of us are aware. Next option is share. On the share, this is in mobile phone. When you click on share, you get all these options. So share whiteboard, share screen, bookmark and all those things which we'll be discussing here. So the moment you click here, these are the options. When you click on participant, that's what your screen look. You can have all the participants here, and again you get the raising of hand option available. Now what about the next meeting settings? In mobile also, during the meeting also you can do settings. The moment you click on the three dots, you get four options. Disconnect audio is when you want to disconnect. Chat, enable original sound, meeting setting. So these are the meeting settings as we discussed. Whether you want participants to allow themselves to rename or not, whether you want non-video participants to be visible or not, show name or not. These are all the settings. And in the end, when you want to end the meeting, again requesting, please end the meeting, don't leave the meeting if you are a host, right? So here we are coming toward, that was the basic of what we have done as a Zoom. So Mr. Girish, can you hear me? If you can, just show thumbs up on screen. Mr. Girish. Okay, wonderful, awesome. So guys, coming back to the next part of the session, which was the next agenda. We have covered anxiety, we have covered basics of Zoom. So I would request all of you to respond on chat whether you know how to share PPT or video with the student on screen Zoom pay, whether you know what is annotation or not. If you could just reply on the chat, that would be better. All the questions will be taken towards the end. I hope I am not crossing the time. Okay, I'm getting the responses. No, no, yes, yes, yes about annotation. Okay, cool. No, no, no. Okay, cool. Okay, before we go ahead, can we see screen pay clap? Okay, not clap like that, screen pay. On reaction, with reaction. Wonderful. Reaction. Awesome. Wonderful. I hope everyone is still with me. We have already spent around 40 minutes time. Good. Cool. So as I could see, wonderful. So there are multiple people saying no, few are saying yes. Good. Still, I will be helping you out about how you can share PPT with them. I have shown you one video that is one of the example which I wanted to show that in the video also there is option that when you share video, people may not be able to hear. So what to do? That also okay, I'll answer all the questions later on. Miss Harshida has asked what is lock meeting. I'll be answering it later on towards the end. Just 10 minutes, I guess I'll be able to finish. So let's move to the PowerPoint. Yeah. Okay, just a question, Miss Manisha Mahajan. Can you just tell me, is it screen visible? Miss Manisha? You can show thumbs up if yes. I can see you also. Okay, Mr. Sanjay, can you just respond? Am I visible? Okay. Can somebody show thumbs up if I'm visible, as in the screen is visible? Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Awesome. So now I could see, yeah. Thank you, Manisha Miss. Okay, cool. So that was poll. I got the answer from you people. So now let's move on to the next part. How to share PPT on mobile phone. So as I told you that you cannot say that mobile hai to we can't do it. With mobile also you can do it. I have a backup plan for today that अगर Wi-Fi बंद हो जाता तो क्या करना था. Then I have kept my mobile phone aside also that I could use my mobile phone. So when you go on mobile phone, when you actually are in the meeting, when you click on share, you get these options. The moment you click on screen, your mobile phone screen is visible. So the moment you switch to the new tab, you go to the next, it's like screen mirroring in your TV. Whatever is there in your mobile phone is visible to the participant. So what you could do is you can download the PPT in your mobile phone prior to your session and keep it in the next tab. So the moment you click on screen, you can just switch and it's visible. You will see this. The moment you click on screen, you will see this message that Zoom will start capturing everything that's on your screen. So make sure your screen has the PPT and nothing which is not good for the students. Cool. So that's how you can share PPT on mobile. Now, same way you can share video also on mobile, but problem is that the audio will not be visible because there's no link of right now. As per what I know, from mobile, audio is not heard by the participants. Video they can see, but audio is not there, so there's no use of sharing as per the information. Now, what to do on laptop? Right now, also I'm sharing PPT on laptop. You can see. So if you will see here, the moment you click on share, you get this icon popping up. The moment you see this, and if your PPT is there, you can see this is a blue option. The moment you click on it, your PPT is visible. That's what we did today. So that's how you can share your PPT. Click on share. You see this option. Whatever is there on your window is visible. Click on your PPT and it's visible to you people. So that's how you share the PPT. Next is about how to share video. The process is same. The only thing is click on share, go on to the video, but make sure this option, there's an option of share computer audio. If you don't click on this, people can just see moving pictures without audio. So make sure that you're clicking on, okay, my mouse is gone, yeah. Make sure you're clicking on this. I hope the cursor is visible to you people. Here, this part, here, audio. So it will allow you to have video along with the audio. Participants can hear, and this is the video which we have seen that I है तो कुछ तो लेकर जाएंगे. Now what about whiteboard? Now let's say if you want to use whiteboard, how to use it? Again on mobile phone, how to use it? Again you can just click on the option here, share. the bottom option, the last option which is there is share whiteboard. The moment you click on it, you get this whiteboard. Now right now also on your mobile or laptop, if you'll see on the mobile phone on the left side, you will see a pen mark. If you click on it, I would request you not to do that. If you click on it, you can just scribble on my screen. So you can see this option. The moment you click on as host, the moment you click on this, you will get all these options, and you can use it for doing whatever maths or basic work you want to do it with them. But the disadvantage is the moment you start with this, students start scribbling on screen. So what to do? That I'll be sharing one incident what has happened in our school with me. This is about how to do that. And for whiteboard also you have setting. So if somebody starts scribbling, what you could do is you can, this is annotation. Annotation is, it means that somebody can do anything on your screen when you are using Word. So what you could do is, if you allow annotation, they can do it. If you disable this one, then only you can work on white screen, not the student. And if you want them to do work, but you want to also check who is scribbling on screen, you can just make this on, and you'll be able to see that who's working on screen. So when you are on white screen, on the left side, on the right side, you get three options. There's a smart recognition. So if you just make a line, and by default it will make a straight line. So that helps in the mobile phone. And one advantage is, even if you don't have styler or mouse, with your finger touchscreen, because your mobile is touchscreen, you can work at it. So that's how your mobile phone works. Towards the end, just you have to click on the stop share cross icon, and you're back to your basic screen. Coming back to laptop. So when you are on laptop, click on share screen. On the share screen, you will get option of whiteboard. Click on that. The moment you click on it, this is the screen which is visible. I'll give you one example. When I was writing in one of our previous session, when I kept this screen open, white screen, I was just teaching them. Somebody wrote hello, and that happened. Now it may happen that that person must have written intentionally or unintentionally. Student also do that. Sometimes it happens that they just want to explore, they start doing it, and they don't know how to disable it. And we feel that students are purposely doing it. So that happened with me. So what I did, I allowed them initial 3 minutes of every session of mine to scribble. And then I said, now if you have to do, it's the work which we'll do it together. So you could see in next screen, I'll be showing you the next screen. Now what to do if you don't want them to scribble? So you can see there are options available. If you will click on the top right, there is option of more. You click on it, you get all these options. Disable participants annotation. You click on it, only you can work on whiteboard. If you want them also to work on whiteboard, I would advise you to click on show name of annotator, so that you know who's scribbling on screen or who's working on screen. So that's how you can go ahead. So you can see this is done by student. He was trying to work, and I told them to just grade 9 student how distance and displacement ka one question. This triangle is made by me, and the writing part is done by student. This also makes them feel that it's not easy to work on screen. So they actually start empathizing with teacher also, hopefully. That has happened with me, so I'm sharing it. That initially they were thinking that red icon barabar nahi ban rahe sir, why you are not making? And when I told them that you start making, they understood that it's not easy to work on white screen. So that's how you can disable annotation. Annotation disabling is, I would say, if you can control, just make sure that you are keeping the annotation name of the person doing annotation, okay, and work with the student. So again, you can see here there are option of all this. You can have text also, and in our previous session, some of these teachers have asked how to write chemical equations. So with this, you can actually write chemical equation also. You can just click on this, and you will get option of just as a pen, and you can write. Although it will not look as neat as you do it on board or notebook, but you can continue with it. Next one. This is one of the session of mine. You can see after everything is done, now I have used this whiteboard also, and you can see how the diagram looks. Not that good, but you can continue with the session at least. Coming back to end, that there are many questions that Zoom is a good platform or not, because security issue. So for every thing you can see, there's Zoom, there's Google Meet, there's I could see Team, Microsoft Team. All of them have advantage as well as disadvantages. So Zoom has advantage that it takes less of data. It allows more participants to join in, whereas other platforms you can see they take data. Waiting room नहीं है, waiting room का option नहीं है, grid view नहीं है. So for everything, if there are advantages, there are disadvantages also. So right now, if we can use it in a best possible manner, easy to use is Zoom. I'm not promoting anything, but I've used, so based on that I'm saying, if you start using any platform for a longer duration, it becomes very easy for you. That's what I'll say. And that brings us to the end of the session. The session was hosted by the company mytrustedtutor.com, and that's me, your host, and the speaker for the day, which is Mahesh Jain.